the worksheet that you can get from the website Accounting Insight, and we're going to analyze the bank receipts and bank payments that have occurred in this business over the year. First thing we need, so the things we're going to do are, step one, we're going to go to the bank paying slips, working on bank receipts first, and we'll use those to compile the list of bank receipts and analyze them. And then we'll also look through the bank statement to see if there are any other direct bank receipts in there, and we'll put them in our analysis here. And after that, we'll go to the bank payments. This will be the checkbook stubs, and we'll do a similar exercise on the next tab here. So let's start off with the bank receipts. So the first thing you need to do is go to contents here, and the bank receipts are in the work packs down here, Appendix A. So bank paying in book slips. So this is these are the paying in book slips that a business would normally have when it receives checks from its customers or whoever, and they write out the paying in slip and deposit the money in the bank account at the bank, and they write the details of what they've done on here. So we're going to fill these out here, just as a record for our accounting. Preparing my desk, sorry. So the first one is receipt dated 30th January, 3,000. 3,000. The number of the tab there is 10101, and we've got an amount from J. Smith, and it is 4,700. And if you remember our first lesson, John Smith is one of our customers, so this is John Smith paying for the invoice that we sent him. On the same checkbook stub, you got another deposit there on the same day, 30th January, 3,000. Same checkbook, bank books paying in slip number, and this is my shares. Let's type my shares. So this is the owner of the business depositing £100 as share capital in the business. So it's £100, and I'm going to classify as other receipts. It's not sales invoice, so it's classified there. And we'll say share capital paid. Okay. We move to the next slip. It's dated 1st of April, 3,000. It's 10102. It's from W. Samuel. And again, if you remember from our first lesson, W. Samuel is a customer, and this is them paying for the goods that we sold to them. Just gonna make sure you can see pence here. Okay. The third one is dated 29th May, 3,000, 10103, J. Tarzan. Again, you remember from lesson 1, this is a customer. He's paying for his goods. The fourth one is 15th, 3,000. It's 10104. It's Harry Lyons, also a customer. 3525. As you do accounts for a business, you get to know who the customers of the business are. If you don't know, you can always go and look at your list of customers to see if they're listed on there. And the last one is 22nd August 4,000. So August 3,000. And the number is 10105, and it's the also a customer, and they paid in 4,700. Okay, so we've entered all the bank receipts here, and let's go back to the lesson, see what we're supposed to do next. So we're on chapter 3. So we enter the bank receipts and says look through the bank statement in the work pack and see if there are any other receipts in there. So we're going to go to the bank statement, scroll down, the bank statement is there, and I'm just going to go through it and see if there are any other receipts. So we can see 4,800 is these two here. 7,050 is that one, that's fine. That one is that one, that one is that one, that one is that one, and then we have something that came directly into the bank. So the actual bank, in this case Smithson Bank PLC, has paid us some interest on the money that we had in the bank. So we enter that on our receipts here. 4th December 3,000. There's no deposit slip, and it's interest received. The amount is £10, and we analyze it. We actually have a column here for bank receipts. Okay, and I think that is it. Yeah, that's the whole bank statement. Let me just check that is correct. Yeah, that's fine. Okay, so that is bank receipts done. So we've analyzed them. All this information is going to be useful for when we bring together the accounts of the business. So let's go back to chapter 3 where we're working. So we've done bank receipts, and yeah, if you're working on paper, you need to total your columns, get the total values there. I'm using a formula in Excel here that actually totals it up for you. So now going to do bank payments. So bank payments, first thing to do is locate the bank checkbook stubs, and using these we're going to, it says arrange them in date order. They're already done for us in date order. If you're using accounting software, you don't need to do that because the software already arranges things in date order. So it says where the payment is for purchase invoice, analyze it out as purchases paid column. If you're not sure, check with your list of purchase invoices if it's listed. And where the check is made for sundry payment, ensure you detail what the sundry payment is. Mark each checkbook stub with an E once you've done it. And then let's go to the next page. So this is an example of what we're going to be doing. And then after we've done that, we'll then go through the bank statement and see if there are any direct payments out of the bank statement. And then we'll total everything up. And the last part, we're going to summarize our bank account. So the first thing we need to do is go to bank payments. Bank payments, which is checkbook stubs. We got them there. And on the worksheets here, we got a separate bank payments tab, and we're going to use this to analyze these checkbook stubs. So this is where businesses have paid their suppliers, creditors. Excuse me. All right, the first one is 9th February 3000. Check number is 602001. Name of the payee is property rentals. The amount paid is 940. And if you recall from chapter 2, property rentals is one of the suppliers or creditors of the business who rent the property, the premises to this company, the company limited. So we're going to analyze this one as 940. You will note we are not splitting out VAT. So when we're analyzing the bank payments and the bank receipts, we're not analyzing VAT because we've done most of that on the first two chapters, the sales invoices and the purchase invoices. So the second check is dated 15th February 3000. 602002, and that is 2 bits and bytes unlimited, and the company paid them 5875. Again, that is a purchase invoice paid. So once again, I'll just make sure we can see pence here. Yeah, okay. The third check, so try to go fast on this one. 3000, 60203. Vans are go. So £1,000. 1,000. Yeah, 1,000. No, this is purchase invoices paid, £1,000. So in a minute, making sure I've got my analysis correct. Okay. Sorry about this. Okay, we go on to the fourth one. That is 25 March 3000. And it's 60204. And it's to In Case Insurance. You recall these names from what we did in the first two chapters. And the fifth one is 15th July 2000, 60205. Bits and bytes, 2525. 15th/8/2000. That's the sixth one. Oh, sorry, jumped. Skipped one. Let's go back. 31/7/3000. Check number 60206. A phone call limited. Pay them 55.34. 55.34. $15th 8/3000. Let's check number 60207, and it's 2 Vanza Go, and it's 2525. So it looks like we paid Vanza Go with 2 checks. The 8th one is 20th December. So nearly reaching the end of the year with this. As this, the check number is 602008, and it's cash drawn. So this is where the owner has taken cash for their own purposes. And we would analyze that down in this column here as private drawings. So the last one is 21/12/3000. Check number is 602009, and this is motor tax paid. We're going to analyze this as sundry. We didn't receive an invoice for motor tax. We actually paid it directly from the bank, £75. So you'll find that happens sometimes in businesses. So you can't put it under purchase invoices paid or payable, because we're going to use these entries here to update the purchase invoices list that we did in chapter 2. So the amount is 75. Now I've analyzed it out here as well. Okay, right, that's where we are. Okay, so we've done all the checkbook stubs. We now need to go to the bank statement and see if there are any other payments going out to the bank statement that were done by direct debit. So we can scroll through the payments here. We can already see one there, and that is 15th January, 3,000. It doesn't have a number there. Give it DD, direct debit, and it's to solar motor fuels. It's 169.20, and that is, again, you remember we do have invoices for them. 169.20. The next one is, so that one we can see is a check. So you can see the check numbers here. So you know you've already listed them out. Here he's got one here, 1st of April. 1st April, 3,000. And it's DD, and it's bank fees. So the bank is charged us for using their bank, and it's £3.50. And there's a column for bank charges, so we're going to put it there. Keep going down. Another one for solar motor fuels there. So it's 5th April, 3,000. DD solar motor fuels, and it was 169.20. 169.20. Oops, 169.2. Yep. I think we need some extra columns. Let's see. We need 4 extra columns. So I'm just going to insert some columns here. Some rows, sorry. Okay. So we got so we've done the last one there, which was that one, and then we got here another bank charge. So 1st of June, 3,000 DD bank fees, £3.50. Put it under there, £3.50. And moving down, we got another for solar motor fuels on 5th of July, 3,000 DD solar motor fuels, and the amount is 169.20, and it's 169.20. This is a check, so we've already recorded that. This is a receipt, we've already recorded that in receipt. So going down to the next page, that's a check done. So we got this one here. It's 1st of October, 1st October, DD, and that is bank fees again. That is £3.50. And then lastly, we got the solar motor fuels paid on the 4th of October, 4th October, DD solar motor fuels, and this one was 171.55, and it's paying a purchase invoice 0.55. Yeah. Okay, let's check that we're on the right track here. I think something's gone wrong here. Yeah, this is something wrong here. That should be 34. Yeah, right. So we've entered all the entries that have gone through the bank account. We did it firstly using the checkbook stubs. That's what will happen in the business. And then when you get your bank statement, normally after the end of the month, you can then check all your entries that you put in your bank account are there, and then you add on any direct debits or direct credits to your accounting here of the bank account. A lot of people are moving away from checkbooks and paying in slips because they do everything directly through the banking system. So in the future, you'll be using the bank statement more often than checkbooks and checkbook and paying in slip stubs. But people still use those, so showing you how it works here. So that is that. So we go back to our lesson instructions. So we've done the first part, bank receipts. We've done the second part here, which is bank payments. So we've done the checkbook stubs. We've gone through the bank statement. We've totaled up. So if you're doing it manually, you need to use your calculator and do the totals. You should come to the same figures we've got here. And now we're going to summarize our bank account. So a bank account summary is just an overview of what's happened in the bank account. So when you give it to your boss or an auditor, it just says we started with a balance, in this case of nil. We had total receipts of that amount, and then we had bank payments of that, and then our balance according to our books is this. So we're going to do that here. So we've got a tab here in the exercise sheets called bank summary. So balance brought forward is 0. Total bank receipts, so I'm going to get that from the bank receipts tab. So I'm using Excel, so I can just do equals and then go in here, and the total receipts are there, that column. And then we're going to say less the bank payments, so I do minus. Then I go to the bank payments analysis, and the total payments are there. So that's a minus, and this is, it should be a sum. Let me just make sure it sums correctly. Right, yeah. So basically what we're saying here in the bank summary is we start with a balance of 0 at the beginning of the year. Our total receipts are, let's make it look, you can see the thousands. Total receipts 23,000. Total bank payments 15,000. That's a negative there, and the balance we've got is 7775.01, and that is the completion of the bank account. The next 2 chapters we are going to be looking at the next chapter. We're going to be doing the bank reconciliation. Yeah, we're going to do the bank reconciliation, and then we'll move on to updating sales invoices not yet paid up or paid up, and then purchase invoices paid up. Thank you for watching, and I'll see you on the next lesson.